y'all? I'm back at it again with another YouTube video, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Zaria Simone. Today we'll be doing a Greek Q&A. So yeah, we're gonna start off by everybody introducing themselves. Say your name, the name of your org, and when you crossed. You wanna start?
Yeah, I got you. My name is Jordan Collins. I'm a Spring 21 initiate into the Zeta chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Hello everyone, my name is McKenzie Ross. I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I'm a member of Spring 22.
Hello everybody, my name is Corey Wilson. Everybody call me Shaggy. I am an initiate to the Mu Psi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Hey y'all, my name is Chandler McBride, and I am a Spring 22 initiate to the Alpha Phi chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
What's up, y'all? My name is Malique Hawkins, and I'm a Spring 22 initiate into the Beta Epsilon chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
The first question is, what made you want to join your org?
I guess what made me choose my org is that I saw this as an opportunity to grow as a person. My freshman year, a lot of people I was hanging around with didn't have the ideals or same objectives that I did. And my sophomore year, my friend group decreased. They started dropping out. We started creating more distance. So I wanted to surround myself around people that had the same ideals and objectives as me.
I personally wasn't exposed to Black Greek life until I really came to college for real. But kind of people that were my mentors were Zetas. So the people that I looked up to, the people that inspired me were members of Zeta. That kind of made me want to look into the organization in itself, and I related so much to the principles, and it just connected to me as a person, and it made me want to become a fighter woman, which I am one now, period.
Alright, first I came to A&T. I was living around campus and I seen the members of the Bros. I seen them on the plot and stuff, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I seen them all vibing with each other and stuff, and I was like, that's something that I really want to be a part of, because I see how close they were. So I was thinking to myself personally, I have a son, I was like, I want to start a legacy with someone that's going to be able to follow the footsteps, so I want to set that example.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
All the women that I aspired to be like growing up were women of Alpha Kappa Alpha, beginning with my mother. So having that exposure from a really young age, and then getting older and doing further research and seeing the influence that they had in so many different sectors and how they're such trailblazers. And I just knew that coming into college and with the things that I wanted to achieve, not only did I need a sisterhood and support system like that, but I needed to be surrounded by just so much greatness. And yeah.
That's what's up. For me, I'll say that a lot of the people that influenced me starting when I was younger, some of my uncles, youth pastors, things of that nature were alphas. So that's what initially piqued my interest, just to look into it. I didn't necessarily come to college knowing that I wanted to pledge, but I did know that after doing that research, Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated was where I wanted to be and what I wanted to be a part of. So doing the research, doing the history, looking at some of the influential people in the past, and then the people in my own lives, uncles, youth pastors, and then mentors, even at A&T, is what initially piqued my interest in the organization.
Okay, so what's some advice you would give to someone who's interested in joining your org?
Do your research.
Yeah. I was gonna say research. Like with anything you want to get involved in your life, you shouldn't necessarily think about taking those steps towards achieving that if you haven't already done all of the prior research that it takes, whether that's obviously with the Greek stuff, but anything in life. So research.
I would say don't sell yourself short. One of my life mottos is to never shy away from an opportunity, even if it scares you. And I know that, a lot of people in these organizations are doing really, really great things on campus, but don't think that because you don't have, certain things on your resume that you too cannot do those things or be a part of that said organization. So have confidence. Don't sell yourself short. Throw yourself in the fire, because you never know what great rewards can come from taking a really big risk.
I'll say friendship, you definitely got to try to get to know a person in an organization that you're interested in, because at the end of the day, you're joining something that you're going to be with them for the rest of your life. So I feel like that's very important to build that friendship before.
I was going to say also just be who you are, be authentic to who you are with the connection that you're making regarding, other Greek organizations or members in general. Just make sure you're being who you are authentically. That's the biggest thing regarding just what you can look at as a person, someone that's, true to their self. That's really, really important. So.
Dang, why y'all made me laugh? Y'all already said it. I agree. Being your authentic self, you don't want to be a pretender, be somebody you're not. So definitely do your research, look at the people that are already in that organization. Is this somebody that you can look and call that your brother or sister?
How should somebody express interest?
I can tell you some horror stories about people expressing interest. I had had somebody come up to me in the bathroom trying to
Yo.
express interest. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm washing my hands, and he walked up and was like, "Hey, you're spring 21, right?" I'm trying to be spring 22. It was like, what? That's a washing my hands.
It's crazy.
So like, just approach us like we normal people. We still students. We probably got a class right afterwards. You don't gotta treat us any like differently. We do. Maybe we already are in a high stature already on campus, but like for real, just walk up to us like we're normal people and be like introduce us, start a genuine conversation.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes to what Shaggy had said earlier. Like really that friendship, like once you build a bond or build some sort of rapport with somebody in the organization, then it'll be easier to go and talk to them about the organization versus your first ever encounter with the person being you talking about their organization and they don't even know you or you don't even know their last name or something like that. So just build that good relationship and rapport with one or two people first before you even think about bringing that up.
I would just say don't do it in a super public setting because not everybody on campus has your best interest at heart, and if they overhear that conversation, you don't know what lengths they're going to go to make sure that you don't get, you know, that thing that you're really hoping towards. So, yeah.
Do you think someone who is shy could join your organization?
Absolutely.
For sure.
I have the worst social anxiety on the planet. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. I'm scared of people. But just because you're shy or soft-spoken doesn't mean you don't have great things to bring to your organization. So you don't have to be the most outgoing. You don't have to be the most extroverted. You don't have to have a gazillion, I don't know, just be you.
I second that.
I second that motion.
So how can you join an org with no connections? Like if you're not like a legacy or if you don't know nobody in your org?
That's basically because I transferred here, so I didn't know nobody here. You just gotta go out and be on campus and see faces and recognize faces. Like you gotta get the effort to go get what you want to get. You just sit around, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, next question. Is it expensive to join and how much money would you suggest having?
Yes.
Yes.
Can y'all like elaborate a little bit?
I mean, I'm gonna say what they said during just, what was it, last year? They said the money is in between, I think they said like $500 to $4,000.
Yeah.
That's what they said
Yeah,
during
it
the
all
gym.
just depends on your organization.
Yeah.
But you do need to have like a decent amount of money saved up. Like you don't want to like go broke for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you get it, there's a whole bunch of other different fees. You're gonna have to pay yearly for your collegiate fees. Once you graduate, you're gonna have to start paying your alumni fees. Paraphernalia is not cheap. This is a simple hoodie. It was probably like $120. It's hard to come by. Line jackets are really expensive.
Thanks.
Yeah, plates, everything is gonna be really expensive.
I think something people should keep in mind if that is something they're interested in is that this is a lifetime commitment. So
Yes.
even just the dues that you pay, that's a lifetime thing. So aside from the lifetime dues that you're paying, there are other, you know, financial responsibilities that you're gonna have, even just when it comes down to service. If you want to hand out sandwiches as a community, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket for that. So.
Also, one thing to do is as local, state, national, all that. Like,
Oh yeah.
you gotta pay multiple levels. That's the
And
thing.
not even that, all of our organizations have state, regional, and national conferences that we
Yes.
all usually have to attend. And those can go from like hundreds to like thousands in expenses for travel, housing, and just getting in there.
All
Like,
of it. All of it.
Is it frowned upon to interact with an organization's social media, like liking certain posts or commenting or even sharing? Like, is that frowned upon?
I don't think so. I feel like you're just showing love.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't think so, especially if you supporting like a friend within that organization. Like, say if you got somebody that's in the organization and they're working towards, like they're doing some type of community service and you trying to publicize it, that's great. And that also helps us to have our community outreach as well. So we want y'all to support us through social media, like our posts, because and a lot of us, we doing our service for you guys.
So you don't think it's weird when somebody follows like the chapter page?
Nah, not really.
Showing love.
Okay. Somebody wanted to know why everything is so discreet. Like they said, like why is it so secretive? Like
I'm gonna say, would you want anybody in your family drama? So it's
I
kind
feel
of like the
like-
same thing.
Yeah, it's like you're joining something that's greater than you, so I feel like not everybody should know about it if they're not into it.
Yeah.
that's a great answer. How important is community service, and how many hours do you recommend having?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like what's minimum?
Well, wait, let me rephrase. I don't want people to go out and just say, I need 40 hours, so I'm just do X, Y, Z. I think service should be something that is just naturally a part of you. So granted, like I had a lot of service hours before I transferred into A&T. And fortunately, like I did have documentation of that. But if you are somebody who just naturally wants to give back to the community, in the back of your mind, you shouldn't be thinking, well, I need, as long as I have X, Y, Z, I'm good. Like that's just, it should be a natural part of you. Yeah. But service is also very, very important to a lot of the the core principles of these organizations. So.
Yeah, I would say it's very important, but also I think it's important to look at like the quality of the things you're doing, not just like kind of like what she said, the quantity, like just trying to check the boxes and be like, yeah, I did 2 hours here, 2 hours here, 2 hours here, but like you weren't really contributing. Like me personally, like I think it would be more important for you to maybe like start something of your own and dedicate a whole bunch of hours to that. Like, are you really showing that's something you're passionate about versus just doing all types of different things just to say that you were a part of it versus you really putting your own time and effort into something and really following what your passion is through the service.
Definitely find something that you're really passionate with, because I didn't have a lot of service hours before I joined my organization, and now I'm averaging like almost like 30 per semester. Like even like I try to gravitate towards the things that I have a passion about. I have a passion about helping education in our Greensboro community. I have a passion towards social action. I'm doing a lot towards like voter registration. So if you find things that you're passionate about within your organization, because we all have different initiatives, and follow that, that'll also help you kind of build your service hours up and then not feel like you're just doing service to meet a requirement. Instead of you doing it because you want to aid your community.
That's good.
Do you feel like your significant other has to be Greek?
Immediately, no. Absolutely not. I don't have to. I don't feel like they need to be Greek because I just feel like, yes, I'm an AKA, but I'm also still a student. So to just limit off a whole just group of men because they're not a part of a Greek organization, this doesn't make any freaking sense to me.
It's crazy.
I mean, I do like the mutual understanding when dating a person who is Greek, but they don't have to be. I prefer they not be. Yeah, especially in me.
Okay, well, what's the preference for y'all?
GDI.
My boyfriend is a noob, but I would prefer. I mean, if he wasn't a noob, I would be the GDIs. Like, yeah, Greek men. Jordan.
I mean, my girlfriend is Zeta, so it's like really it's really hard to try to explain a culture to your significant other that's outside of their culture. So it's really hard to explain that January 9th is a holiday to me. And, you know, we be giving around gifts, and so the same thing for her. I would have to go out and get gifts for her as well for her Founders Day. So it's kind of like really hard to like kind of explain it, but it's something that you can still do. Like, you are limited, like she said, you are kind of limited.
Yeah.
Your dating pool by limited to just Greeks.
My dating pool is already limited enough at A&T. As a stallion, a baby stallion. So I have no reason to cut that down even more. Immediately.
Hey, shout out to all the guys that's under 5'10", bro. There was no love. Like, anti-Twitter, they make the worst out of the bro. So, you know, if you short, man, you know what I'm saying, own it, bro. Don't let these tall queens talk about y'all the way they be talking about y'all.
Y'all get plenty of
5'10" being short is crazy.
Like, right.
Did I say it was short? Did I say it was short? I didn't even say 5'10". So I did it.
What height?
Look, you don't know what my preference is. I could have just said, I prefer they be taller than me. And unfortunately, that narrows off like half A&T. But I didn't set a height requirement. You did that. You just called everybody 5'10" and ever short.
That's just what the narrative is.
But basically, long story short, just look at the person, the individual. Like, that's what you should look at in general. Not like if they're Greek or not, but who they are. Do you connect with each other? Is it a healthy relationship? And go from there for real. So.
What's the stereotype that's not true about your org?
Oh my god. All Zetas are not ugly and fat. That's true.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that. We are finer women, period. And that's all I gotta say.
All brothers ain't shit. We're wholesome men. So.
People be saying like we nerds, smart. I mean, we focus on education. So if that's what it is, then
It's not true?
yeah, I can't even not that if that's what it is. So yeah. What about you?
I would say that some people think that we're stuck up, and I beg to differ. I think I've met a lot of incredibly down-to-earth women within my sorority and within my own chapter. I think there's an unrealistic expectation that after we cross, we just have to be the most flamboyant and talk to everybody. And I hate that when I'm having bad days, because I have letters on too, it's perceived as me just being rude. But I'm not really talkative, so yeah.
Y'all got good stereotypes. Mine's like, we steal. We can't dress. That's a lot of terrible stereotypes.
I've never heard of the steal one.
Yeah, I've never heard that either. I never heard that.
Hey, TikTok is a wild place.
Stealing, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Nah, for real.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Is stepping a requirement?
No.
No,
No.
I can't step. So no.
I'm about to say, stepping, when you look at all of our principles in the D9, stepping is not a part of it. Stepping. Yes, we do it, but we do it to show a long lineage of culture and things that we've done in the past. But it is in our roots, but it's not our principles. The majority of our principles are founded on scholarships and service, not stepping. We do like to contribute by through stepping as well as part of service, but when it's just stepping and hopping, we try to stray away from just that being our stereotype.
Okay, lastly, what is the most rewarding thing about being Greek?
I'll say the most rewarding thing is the brotherhood that I have. Like, I went into it and now I have 35 new brothers that will always be my brothers for life. And that's kind of crazy, like thinking that obviously, I didn't know some of them, or it might have been some people I saw, I never thought I would ever speak to them like in my life. And now I know that like outside of the other people I'm already locked in with in my life, that's 35 more people that I know got my back and I will always have theirs regardless of what's going on. And also on top of that, I say like just the network and professional connections that come with it. In terms of like internships and jobs, the people I've been able to meet, the different conversations I've been able to even get into, just based off being an alpha, I'll say that that's a big blessing too. So those are two takeaways for me.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I'm a transfer hottie. I transferred to A&T during the worst time in American history, during peak COVID, and I knew maybe 3 people all the way until like second semester of my junior year. I did not know a lot of people. I did not have a lot of friends, and I also I'm 2,500 miles away from home. I have no family out here, and that was just really, really difficult for me. And I think the best part about being a part of my sorority, I got the opportunity to form relationships with so many amazing women that have my back no matter what. And as somebody who is overly ambitious and likes to throw myself in scary situations, knowing that I have people that I can lean on in the event that that doesn't work out for me, I think is great. Also just the added Greek community, I love them so much. Like I love getting able to meet women from different sororities. One of my good friends is Zeta. Shout out to Isis. But I love that. Like, there's just so many friends that you get to meet, and you get to watch them in their own personal journeys. I love fam. I love BE period. Like, it's great.
I'd never say the connection is like, it's somebody across this country that you don't know, but like, if you're wearing the same letters they have on, they're willing to help you and put you in places that you may need the help for. Mm-hmm. So it's like, don't ever burn the bridges because you may need them one day, and it's like those connections really could be there for you.
I was gonna say the standard that I now like hold myself to. Like I know that so many people look up to me regarding like just in general, like us like family and certain things, but like with now joining a sorority, like I know my sisters, they look up to me. We inspire each other, we push each other to be better, even my pros and so forth. Like it's just like it's a community that is like pushing you to be better. That's a really, really big thing for me. So
I didn't mention earlier, but I'm not legacy, but both of my sisters are members of Zeta Phi Beta. My cousins are all members of Phi Beta Sigma. So like now when I came back home after our cross, it was like something like we all had to like bond with. So it was something the way that we were able to get closer. And also the fact that I can go into any city in America and know somebody just based off who's in my fraternity. I can even go to a different country. There's chapters of Phi Beta Sigma in Japan, Africa. I can go all the way out there and find somebody that I would know, and I can be able to network. And also that business networking is amazing because not only am I successful, but my line brothers are successful. Like my roommate, and also my line brother, I was looking for an internship. He was able to connect me with Nike. I looked at my profiles, and during the career fair, they told me to look out for this guy that was working at Home Depot. That's my friend. Come talk to him and drop my name. So that business networking is so important as well, but like that lifelong brotherhood is real.
Also, as a hopefully graduating senior, there's a sense of security that I feel. The thought of living wherever after college terrifies me. But knowing that wherever I end up, I'm gonna have sororities that are, you know, gonna have their arms wide open, welcome me in. That comforts me because there's thousands of us that are graduating this year. They're all gonna be in very unpredictable situations, and I like that we have common ground. And it's just, I don't know, it keeps me warm and happy.
Oh, lastly, please don't join an organization for the wrong reasons.
Facts.
You're
Facts.
like
For letters, just for letters.
just for letters,
To be Greek.
because if you was lame before, you're gonna be lame.
You're gonna be lame.
If you was shy before, you're gonna be shy afterwards. You're not gonna be an extrovert afterwards. So please join for the right reasons, please.
Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure y'all follow them. Their ad names will be in the description box. And yeah, stay tuned.